Another person who deserves some love. Clelin Ferrell is one of the best stories on the team this year, and if he keeps going at this pace, he will be the best story. It was Eddie Pinheiro for a minute, it was Mac Jones for a minute, but those guys, like Mac's not really doesn't really matter anymore for now. He's a footnote on this season if Brock finishes it. But Clelin Ferrell becomes more important as the weeks go on. We all, I mean, a lot of us on, if you watch me and you agree with me, then we all made like a big stink about the Niners not trading for an edge rusher at deadline. They traded for Keon White. He was like a bargain interior rusher. He's doing a pretty good job. But they could have gotten Bradley Chubb or Jalen Phillips or Jermaine Johnson. There were a lot of options of edge rushers they could have gotten. They got none of them. And it's not because they understood that Clelin Ferrell was going to go crazy. It's just because, one, they didn't seem to believe in their chances. Now they do. And two, they were being cheap. That's my interpretation. So instead of actually trading a second or third round pick, they signed Clelin Ferrell, who had been on the team before. He was the 4th pick in the 2019 draft, 2 picks after Bosa. A lot of hype, a lot of hope. Never lived up to it, but he's still in his like mid to late 20s. He was on the Chargers practice squad, the practice squad. Jim Harbaugh didn't know what to do with him, didn't find any use for him. They cut him from the practice squad. The Niners signed him to their practice squad, call him up. What does he have, a sack in his first game? He's been good since the minute he hit the field for the 49ers. In the past, it seemed like he bulked up. Like he failed early on in his career as an edge rusher. They bulked him up so he could be one of these Michael Williams types who sets the edge but then kicks inside and rushes from the interior. But he's not good at that either. This time around, he looks a lot leaner. He looks like an edge rusher, and he's playing like a good one. And if he keeps it up, then the Niners were right not to trade a second or third round pick at the deadline because they need, even though they suck at drafting, they need those picks because they gave out all this money to Brock Purdy. And if they're going to actually have a Super Bowl contending roster with him as the quarterback, they're going to need a bunch of really good players on rookie deals. So you need as many picks as possible to give yourself an opportunity to get those players. So if Clelin Ferrell could be the move of the year for the 49ers, you got him off the street, and he's finally playing like the player he was supposed to be when he got drafted 4th by the Raiders. Somewhere Mike Mayock and John Gruden looking at him being like, boom, that's what we fucking did. We knew he was going to do that. Like, and he's got all this perspective. I love these players who are considered busts, written off at 23, and then build a career for themselves. Maybe I can relate to that. I feel like everyone can relate to that. But I definitely can relate to that. That's why I like Mac Jones. He was written off really young. Look at him now. Clelin Ferrell, written off really young. Look at him now. I love that. And there's a certain humbleness. It's just like you saw the death of your career. You were staring at it. It was face to face with the end of your career, and you conquered that, at least for now. So we asked Ferrell a couple weeks ago on the road. I forget exactly where we were. Cleveland. He had 2 sacks in the game, and someone asked him, like, are you a late bloomer? And he's like, I don't know. Like, slow down. I've been good for a month. Let's see if I keep it going, which is such an honest answer. So yesterday I asked Robert Saleh the same question, like, is this man a late bloomer? How do you, because no one expected this from him after all the opportunities he's had throughout his career. They're finally clicked now. Like, is he a late bloomer? And Saleh's like, I don't know. He just grins. But he was so happy because, I mean, he's the best pass rusher on the team right now. So he said, I mean, it's not fake. He's winning one-on-ones. He's playing with great effort. And he does, right? He plays through the whistle. He's relentless. He's a great story. I hope he keeps it going. I don't root for these teams or these players, but I do root for certain. I'm a human being. How can you not root for Clelin Ferrell? It's a great story. Picked 2 spots after Bosa. Bosa goes down for the year. The Niners go in the tank. They're depressed. What's the point of trading for Bradley Chubb? Let's just sign Clelin Ferrell. He'll do. And he's filling in the shoes of Nick Bosa giving you a sack a game. Last time Bosa gave you a sack a game was 2022. And then you made him the highest paid player in football. You're going to make Clelin Ferrell the highest paid player in football if he keeps it up? This guy's just casually replacing Nick Bosa's production like it's nothing. I love football, man. Too much sauce says, can you tell when a player watches you? Is it subtle? I think they all watch me, but I don't know. I mean, I don't think they watch me religiously, but I think they all know who I am. I think they're familiar. And I think people want to know what's being said about them. And if they don't watch, usually someone in their friend group or family does. Steve says foul play in Raiders versus Broncos ending. Pete Carroll. Okay.